Yo, what's happening, people? How you doing? Yeah, today I'd like to talk about the Brotherhood Code, on such a beautiful day, you know what I'm saying? I can say definitely the summer's truly began over here in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Right here in Bristol, man, it's not but a lovely day. You know what I'm saying? Just out here chilling, like how we do every day, you know what I mean? Just getting that paper, getting that money, but chilling, you dig? It's nothing, you know what I'm saying, menial, you know what I mean? We ain't gotta be on some labor shit, you dig? We just on some real chilled out, proper, you know what I mean? Proper laid back type shit. Because this is what it's about, that eventually you want to live a life whereby, you know what I'm saying, you're getting it in, you're getting your money, you got your friends, you got your family, and all your bills are paid. Everything that you need done is done, you dig? Because you got money to get it done, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, never mind about that, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the brotherhood, because finally niggas are uniting here in Bristol, you know what I'm saying? But the only thing is that while niggas are united, the next step is for niggas to get organized. And in getting organized, this is what it is. There's some rules to this shit, you understand? Just like anything in life, there's rules. So there's also rules to the brotherhood, you understand? Because what we're after now, what we're going after is a brotherhood, you understand? So because we're after the brotherhood, we have to have a code of conduct. So I want to call it the Brotherhood Code of Conduct, you understand? So that niggas know this is how you roll when you fucking uniting and you're mixing with each other, doing whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to go through, I think about 7 or 9 rules. Yeah, so I don't know, 7 or 9, what do you think? Yeah, so like I was saying, there's 7 or 9 rules, so I'm gonna go through them as quickly as possible as I can, because I know some people are saying I need to try and keep it brief, you know what I mean? I try and keep it brief, but sometimes the flow just takes over, you know what I mean? But anyway, here we go. The first rule I'm gonna drop on you guys is you gotta love each other, you know what I'm saying? Because before anything, the first thing that you gotta have is love. If you ain't got love for each other, just forget about everything. Because how you gonna unite and organize if you don't have love for each other? Because once you got love for each other, then the next thing you're gonna have is respect. When you got respect for each other, the next thing that you're gonna have is trust. When you got trust for each other, well, you guessed it, you can do anything in the world. You know what I mean? There's nothing that's impossible, and there's nothing that you can't do. You understand? So, that's why you need love. Because when you got love, you have respect for each other. Then when you got respect for each other, you're also gonna have trust. You trust each other. Because a lot of you niggas, the reason why you be out there maybe on road, getting money or whatever, and then you lose it all, it's because you don't trust anybody. You understand? So if you did trust somebody, that wouldn't be an issue, you understand? And also the other reason that a lot of people end up getting depressed, or they go mental, they go crazy, is simply because you niggas don't trust anybody. So you can't talk to anybody about your problems. And this is a big thing in our community. It's a big problem, because if you can't talk to anybody and just borrow everything in, you're just gonna end up committing suicide or doing some crazy shit, or you just end up on the streets on some madman type vibe, you dig? And we got enough brothers on that wave already, and we don't want to see any more niggas doing that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? It's about time that niggas understand that, yeah, so we're pretty clear that you need respect in order to succeed at anything. These are the essentials that you need: love, respect, and trust, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't become rich if people don't trust you. So just as much as you need trust amongst yourselves as brethren, you need trust from your community, from people around you. Because if people around you don't trust you, you can't become rich. Because at the end of the day, becoming rich means using other people's money and using other people's time. So that's the pathway to being rich. That's the pathway to being wealthy. So if you really want to be wealthy, this is what you want to be doing. We don't be using other people's money, other people's time. Get other people to work. Don't do the work. Use other people's money. So whether it's family money, whether it's bank's money, it doesn't matter. You don't use your own money to become rich. Get it right. Okay, so moving on. We've got that out of the way. So you need respect, but first you need love. In order to get respect, then you need trust. Now the rules I'm going to set out are as follows. Okay, because we're still on rule number 1, which is love. You have to love each other, right? The second rule that you need to observe is, you have to treat one another as you treat yourself. So as brothers, this is how you gotta roll. What you would do to yourself, you have to think, would I do the same thing to my own brother? And I'm saying, because this is what the brotherhood is about. There is literally a situation whereby you're taking other men from, from the streets, if you like. But it's not really the streets, but you get the point. So you're taking other men from the streets, right, and calling them brother and treating them as brothers. You understand? Because as everybody knows, you could find that you're more in common and more understanding with somebody that you weren't born with, like your younger brother, younger sister, you know what I mean? So you find that you've got more in common with that person that you have with your own younger brother or your own older brother or your own older sister. So at the end of the day, it makes sense that you unite with people around you that are on the same wavelength as you, who have the same understanding as you, because you'll be able to get further. So rule number 2, treat each other as you treat yourself. You understand? Don't do unto each other what you wouldn't do unto yourself, right? Okay, so rule number 3, moving along, is stop looking at what the next man has. Forget about what the next man has. Look at what you have and what you got to offer. Because a lot of people get it twisted and they don't understand that your superpower is what you have to offer the world. Because each of us, out of the 7 billion people that are on this planet, are all unique individuals. Your DNA, your fingerprint is never, ever, ever, ever going to be repeated. Do you understand? It's never, ever going to be repeated again. You understand? So even if we went back in time and looked at all the human beings that have lived and died before over the last 10,000, 100,000 years, it doesn't really matter. It's the same thing, right? You're not going to find somebody with your fingerprint or with who's an exact DNA match to you. Even if they were your twin in a past life, it don't really matter. You get me? So at the end of the day, this is what it is. You need to start doing you. Don't look at what the other man has. Let the other man do him. Do yourself. Because there's only one you. Just like there's only one Felix 9 lives in the whole world. And there's 7 billion people plus. But there's only one Felix 9 lives. Just like there's only one Jay-Z. So this is what you want to do. You want to activate your superpower. But the only way to activate that superpower is by doing you. Not doing Michael Jackson. Not doing Young Thug or Birdman or whoever. Or Danny Glover. Nah. Doing you. Exactly you. So do you. Don't do nobody else. You get me?